So we've gone over some of this in the past, but I wanted to there's a little bit of updates and just wanted to kind of do a brief run through again. And just for those of you who don't spend a lot of time using DNA, but it's so helpful. It can be anyway. I just wanted to show you a few tools. So I am on my match list here, and I'm scrolling through my matches. Many of them I know. Go to the next page. So let's say you come across a match you don't recognize, and let's go down a little farther. And like, for example, let's see, Bates, RM. I'll just pick this at random. Okay. I click on Bates. And if you have a subscription and it's like $10 a month, I'm not advocating, I'm just letting you know that it can be very helpful if you get to the point where you're using DNA a lot. If you have Pro Tools on Ancestry, one of the things it allows you to do with your match, and so this is me, where it says you, and this is my match, Bates RM46. I can click on shared matches. Those are the matches that match both of us. And here's the shared match, and this is how many centimorgans of DNA I share with this match. And this is how many centimorgans of DNA Bates RM shares with this match. So you can see not only how you match each other, but how your match matches other matches in common. Okay, so you've already isolated your matches to just matches in common with Bates RM. But it's great to be able to put pieces together if you can see how he matches those other matches as well. Because as you can see, here's my dad. I match him at a high number. Bates RM matches him at a lower number. But as you go down, you find, Bates RM is matching this guy at a higher number. Now, let me put this on hold for a minute. We're going to go to a different site because this plays into it as well. This other site is DNA Painter. Can you all see that? Did that come up? Okay. Has a lot of great tools. I'm not going to go over all of them today, just a couple. But this is a really great go-to tool if you're using DNA. And it's a separate site, obviously, from Ancestry. And these are free tools. A couple are subscription, this one over here, but this one is free and this one is free. You just have to set up an account. So if you go to the Shared Centimorgan Project tool, and let me just jump back. So let's pretend for a minute I don't know who Bates RM is. I can see that we match at 149 centimorgans. Ancestry suggests that this person could possibly be a second cousin once removed or a half first cousin 2 times removed. They throw out a couple of possibilities, but that's not the end all. And you shouldn't just rely on the Ancestry possibilities because those are only a few possibilities. So you go to the DNA Painter tool. Whoops, what was I? 149. Okay. And then you're going to plug it in up here, the number of centimorgans that you share with your match, and up come all of the possibilities that are statistically possible with you and that match. Now, the top group obviously is the most likely. You can see it, 54% statistically. But there are other possibilities, and all the way down to this very tiny remote possibility down here. So you don't want to limit yourself to the couple of suggestions that Ancestry gives you on DNA matches. I just wanted to show you that tool. Also, I'm going to take you through another tool, and I've showed it to you a number of times before, but I wanted to kind of just walk you through how to create a tree with this tool. just so you know kind of how the function is. So this is called What Are the Odds? And it allows you to hypothesize about how someone is related or how you're related to a group of matches, especially if you're looking for, a biological grandparent or great grandparent, or you're trying to plug somebody in that you don't recognize. This is a great tool. And we used to have to do this on our own. You kind of create random possibilities and look at how the DNA pans out on your own, and it's painstaking on your own. But now you can they have this whole tool which allows you to do it right on here, and then it automatically will tell you what the possibilities are. So I'm just going to show you kind of how this works really quick. And you start with a most recent common ancestor. So if you have a bunch of matches that you recognize, let's say they all come from your great grandparents. So let's just say great grandparents. I would put their names in. But for just to be quick here, great grandparents. And they have my grandmother. Whoops, let me go back. What did I do here? Whoops. I'm going to start over here. Sorry. See if I can get back to where I was. It just jumped out. Okay, we're going to start. We'll start fresh. Hold on, you guys. I don't know how that happened. Okay. So we've got great grandparents. Okay, and you can add a child and as many as you want. I'll put grandparents for now. Just I know who my grandparents are. Okay. And I find these matches. So I'm going to just start plugging a few in. So my great grandparents had other children. Let's put Clara. And then we'll start adding. So we've got my father. I'm going to put B. Ray. It's really easy to just add. You can edit the names, add a child. And later in just a second, because I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this, but I just wanted to show you how to create this. So I'm going to start plugging my matches in who have a common set of great grandparents, just so that you can see how this all works. It'll be super fast. We're just doing a little sample tree here. And my grandparents have another child. I'll put Alice. And another child, we'll put Q. And then I'm going to start plugging in the matches that I know. And then we'll put in the one that we don't know. So Alice has, whoops, I add a child here. Alice has Jill. And then we have a match under Jill. I know that she has a daughter who matches this other match. Paisley. And I'm going to put the amount of centimorgans that we share, 664, just quite a bit. Okay. And then here, let me put myself in. I just want to show you how quick and easy it is to create a tree like this. And Alice has, let's see. So then let's go to Hugh. We'll add a child. We'll add Cheryl. We'll add another child. Kelly. And Cheryl has a child who is a match, who is Waymond. And I'm going to put the number of centimorgans he matches at. which are, let's see, 378. Okay. And then Kelly has a child who matches at, who is Tucker, who matches at, let's see, let's add the centimorgans really quick, 409. Okay, then, so I have a match. Let's just say this is all just for the sake of showing you how this works. Let's say I have a match. His name is Steve, or excuse me, yeah, his name is Steve, and he matches at, well, let's just take this, let's see, yeah. He matches at 167 centimorgans. And let's say I have no idea how he fits in. Other than that, he matches this tight-knit group of people. Well, I can say, well, let's say maybe he's a child, of this sister to my dad. And I can add that as the, let's see. He's at 167 centimorgans. And I'm going to say, what if he is the hypothesis right here? Oh, I guess I can't do that. Let's see. Let me remove match centimorgans. Let's say, yeah. So I get a score of 0. He can't possibly fit there. He matches at 167 centimorgans. So let's say, okay, maybe he's another child of, no. But then I go over here and I think, well, Clara has a child, and that child has a child. And what if the hypothesis, whoops, not there, is here? No? So you see how easy it is to create a tree with matches, and you can enter the number of centimorgans, and and this will automatically tell you if you plug somebody in here that you know is related to these folks, the tree will automatically go through the mathematical probability to tell you if this can possibly be where the person can possibly fit on this tree. You can also define half relationships. So if you have this is just all for sample, but let's say this sister to this sister, they're half siblings. So you click on that and you assign them half relationship status, because that makes a big difference when it comes to DNA. Just so you know. So now when you go back to this, you can see not only how you relate to each match, but how your match relates to the matches you share in common. And you can try to create a hypothesis scenario to how you are related using this DNA Painter tool. And it's great. It's really great. It does all the work for you that you used to have to do on your own. So there's that. There are other tools as well that we could talk about at another time on DNA Painter, but those two, this tool and this tool, the shared centimorgan tool in particular, are so helpful to give you all the possibilities of relationships for each match. So you don't rely specifically on the ones you're given on Ancestry, because they only give you a couple. They throw a couple out. Here are some possibilities. So anyway, that's it, folks. I mean, I don't want to overwhelm, so let's just leave it at that. Those are just a couple more tools that you can use when you're looking at your matches and you're looking at matches in common.
Thanks so much, Cathi. That was
Yeah.